going on YouTube? Welcome to part 1 of my series of how to speedrun Army Sarge's Heroes for the Nintendo 64. In this video I'm going to be showing you the correct controller configuration and what you should be running for speedruns, and also some basic movement techniques. There's kind of like a must-know thing when you're first start learning the game. So first things first, on the screen it doesn't really matter, it's all preference how loud you want the music. I usually run it pretty low or just off. Controller configurations, these are the default configurations, so if you want you can just kind of copy as I go. You're going to change shoot to down C. Action is going to be B button. Radar is going to be the A button. Targeting is going to go down to Z. And then we switch dive to L because we don't press dive, so we just kind of get it away from all the buttons. So once you've done that, just click done, and you've set your controls up correctly, and you're ready to start speedrunning Iron Man. So we'll just kind of jump into the first mission. I'll show you the first use of kind of why we switch our controls. So right in the beginning, when we start the speedrun, I usually start right at this screen, and on the first level we can use a checkpoint reset to get a little boost. And now that we switched our controls, it's a lot easier to perform this checkpoint reset. So I brought up the input viewer so you could kind of see how I like to start when I'm going to start a speedrun. So to always get the checkpoint reset start, that's sometimes finicky on the old way we used to run it with the old control style. Now all you have to do is press ZR, and then when you want to start the level, when you just tap A and let go of Z, you're gonna just perform the checkpoint reset and then just start like so. So something else that was discovered like around Christmas last year is if you hold B while you're in the air while you jump, or I should say hold jump, you've changed jump to be the B button, but every single jump when you hold B is going to make you move a little bit faster, kind of like you're almost like fast falling, like kind of like in Smash Bros. You like kind of do a fast fall almost. When you hold B, it makes you like almost glide and fall faster. So just holding B on every single jump and trying to get a good well-timed B every time you land is going to end up saving you plus 20 seconds into the run. So you'll save up 20 seconds, or I'm sure more, like 20-30 seconds, even maybe 40. It's kind of insane how much just pressing B saves you in the game. Perk of jumping all the time as well makes you immune to hit stun, so you can keep control of your character all the time, doing sharp turns. This is useful at the end of forest when you're getting shot right at the end, and if they hit you, you will get stunned and fall into the water and die. So just keeping your jumps at the end of forest will make it so you can turn and do a last second jump near the bridge. Another thing with our control style, just tapping the Z button when we jump will just continuously straighten out our character so we can keep a straight angle without losing too much control. Another reason we switch our controls is to be able to mash through cutscenes faster. So before, with the default control style, if you tried to press the A button to mash out of the cutscene, and then if you pressed A immediately out of the cutscene, you would perform a short jump or something like that. You'd do something like that out of the cutscene, and this would lose you some time. But with the new control style, you can now just mash A, and you're just gonna be spamming your radar so you won't accidentally jump, and then it allows you just to get a clean B jump afterwards. So like just run in, mash A, and then I can just start pressing B. Before, we used to have to like time our A press and perfectly so we didn't get that short jump. So that's a nice little convenience with the new control style. Something small but useful, you could use the stop button or the R button to climb a vertical slope, which kind of sounds weird, but It's very useful to do this skip on Rift Mission. You could do it without doing the R button. It's just a little bit more precise. This allows it to be a little bit more lenient, and you can kind of get it every time. So you just kind of jump at the slope here, then just hit R at the top, and it's gonna just stop you and then catch you on the top of the lip, so you don't have to make such a precise jump. Another perk of changing our control style is to animation cancel using the checkpoint reset. So to do this with the new control style, what we're going to do is mid-jump, we're going to hold R and A, and we're going to continue holding R and A until we get to the button. So mid-jumps, I'm just going to keep pressing B, but as you can see on my input viewer, I'm just holding R and A the whole time. And as you can see right there, I accidentally just tapped Z, and since we have R and A held, at any moment when we tap Z, it's going to send us to our last checkpoint. So I'll just kind of do that a little bit so you can see what's going on. But now I could just hold these two buttons, and now anytime I tap the Z button, it's going to do a checkpoint reset. So what we want to do is when we press this button, the game is going to create a new checkpoint for us, so that it's going to checkpoint reset us right on top of the button. So right when we touch the button, we can just tap Z, and it's going to animation cancel us off the button and save us like a couple seconds so we can get it off the button a little bit quicker. You want to be careful to not tap the checkpoint reset just a little bit too early, because if you do tap it a little early, it's going to send you all the way back to the start of the level because you haven't created the new checkpoint yet. So this gets used in like 3 levels on a couple different areas. Fort Plastro and the end of Snow as well, Snow Mission. Another technique we use in the run is called strafe hovering. This actually has potential to be used on 4 levels, but it's currently only used on 2 levels because on the other 2 levels it only stays like 5-10 seconds at most, and it's really difficult to pull off. But what you want to do is you're going to be holding the strafe button, and then so you could just hold up and then press the strafe button in mid-air, and you're just going to kind of alternate up and upright and back and forth on your joystick. And that's going to allow you to fly as long as you can, and then basically on this level you will die because there's a death barrier down at the bottom. But I'll show you again what I like to do for this level, like a little bonus kind of tip for this level. I recommend picking up because this will allow you to change to a different controller without touching your N64. And I also recommend picking up a hori pad because this makes doing the strafe hovering a lot easier. The hori pad is a lot more sensitive. This is why Mario runners like to use it when they do Bowser throws. So I kind of found a lineup for this. I haven't done it like in months, so if it works first try, it'd kind of be funny. But what you want to do is kind of get to the end of this knife, aim into the middle of the door, hold your strafe button. It's not going to show in the input viewer because it's a hori pad, but all you're going to do now is hit up and then alternate up and upright, just back and forth like this. And if done correctly, you should make it to the top of this ledge, and you'll barely live with fall damage, so you'll have like half your HP left. So if you don't land on this drawer and you land on the drawer below, you will die from fall damage. So that is how to skip the whole level of kitchen. Thank you guys so much for watching part 1 of the video. I'm going to break down a lot more in part 2. Part 2 is going to be the early game, so from levels 1 to 4. And I'm going to go through each level like hardcore in depth. So anything that I missed here, make sure you catch the next video because I'm going to really get down on every level. So thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for the next one. Peace out.